Hey guys, we're back. It's a beautiful Sunday here in Michigan. We got some keys. This is the last year of the El Camino. This is as bad as it could have been. It's an SS. It's got the Z15 wheels. We're gonna take a closer look. Of course, we're gonna go for a drive. I dig this one because it is almost entirely stock. Here. 305 comes alive, baby. We're pulling this SS out of the shop. We're gonna go on a little ride today. Give this thing a shakedown. We start that on these railroad tracks. Thing's smooth as butter. This thing really is like riding on a cloud. It drives very similar to any of your other Jeep bodies, your Monte Carlos, your Grand Nationals, your Caprice, the list goes on. These things are cool. They have a great following, and desire for these seems to be ramping up pretty good. This 80 stuff is cool. While some argue it's a little underpowered, it makes up for that with feel and style. Because I definitely feel cool in this thing. I drove it over here this afternoon. I get a lot of thumbs up. People saying, man, I've never seen one of those or haven't seen in a long time, which I agree with them. I feel like you really don't see many of these. Starting, stopping, leaving the lights, no hesitation. Pedal feels very linear. As I lean into it, this hood picks up and we just keep on going. Our transmission is shifting very smooth, and in front of me, all of our gauges are working. This is about 2,000 RPMs, doing around 3,500, doing around 35 miles per hour. Voltmeters, dead center. Our fuel gauge works. I filled that up earlier. Oil pressure is right in the middle of that gauge. Coolant temp is just warming up. And these brakes. I just came to a stop sign here. The steering wheel wasn't getting yanked anyway. The disc up front feel very smooth. There's no bumping in my brake pedal there. And now we're gonna lay into it. There it is. So it still has some good giddy up that I don't think it really wakes up until the higher RPM range, but I probably didn't give it the best shot starting in the middle of second gear there. But still a pretty spirited car. This next part, I want to roll through some of the goodies inside of this thing. It is a grip to the road on these radios. Sweet. All right, so our radio, I mentioned this is a GM unit. I think it was on. Rage Against the Machine, love that. Our AC is working, blowing cold. Don't really want the heat today, but I'll show you it clicks all the way over. The blend doors are moving behind here. Pretty cool. Over on this side of things, we have our tilt column, which is slick. We have this fun little transmission here, and it actually doesn't show you your gear selection down here. Kind of a weird quirk of this car. It still shows it up in the dash like it would a column shift car. We'll slow down a little bit, and we'll run this thing through a couple of the gears, shifting it the old-fashioned way. Bad ride, man. So I'm gonna say it again. I think this motor makes most of its pep upstairs. Doesn't have a ton of torque, but you could definitely have some fun and get into some trouble if you get caught. Power windows working swimmingly. Our passenger, for those of you who are interested, is also working great too. I think one of the last little bits here, we have power locks in this car. So. We'll get you a lap around the car. We're gonna pop the hood, go through the interior. So I wanna start up front, something that makes this truck, we're gonna be calling it today, a little bit special. It was optioned with the front aero package. That gives it that lower valance, kind of a little chin splitter down there with a couple of ducts. I think those are pointed towards the brakes, which is cool. Our chrome on this, these bumpers, I'm told they're original. This grille, I'm told, is original. It's got some newer headlights in it, and it was just repainted in 2017. And it's original color combinations. This thing we got out of Florida. It's been around the country a little bit. It has just 3 owners, no accidents, and only 49,000 miles. As the price on this one, in case you're wondering, it is on our website. I tell you here, we got it at $27,995. Keep coming down the side of the car, you see this one too, got the Z17 wheels. Those are kick-ass, and there's some extra detail put into this one. Spokes are painted, so this has that silver face. See a little bit of age in there, but not bad at all. Beauty rings look good. Hubcaps are free of any cracks. We have uniform valve stems all around. Wagner's gonna love that. BFG radials, love it. Now this one too, you have your sexy sport mirrors, our El Camino graphics, and there's just a nice bar. You might not notice it here, but there is a little vinyl strip on here that makes this two-tone transition a little smoother, but I think it's sexy. Burgundy interior, we're gonna get into that briefly here, but have our little factory bed rails. This one, before I get ahead of myself, I'll show you guys the fuel door. So not much to that. Nice little gas cap in there. El Camino graphic or badge, no cracks or anything. Some people think this is the coolest thing in the world. Some people think it's kind of funky. The brake lights, reverse lights, everything are not in the bed sides like most trucks. They're actually down in the bumper, which is pretty pretty cool. This one does have a hitch on here. I've seen a picture. It has pulled a jet ski in its previous life. Tailgate sits very flush. There's a couple blemishes in our chrome, but it's authentic for its age, and again, it's not dented, it's not scratched. Those could be polished up if you chose to. Show them all in here. No rust on the back lip of this tailgate, usually where water would build up. Inside of the bed. This bed's in amazing shape. You see we have a rubber liner in here. Obviously for this truck, looks very good. A couple of tie down points, and then there is, we'll have to snapshot a quick picture, a cargo net that also comes with this car. We don't have it installed right now. It takes about 5 minutes to take it on and off. On this side, you will also note our tailpipe. It's a dual exhaust on this thing. Looks like it's got a pretty nice looking system. I don't see any rust or anything on that exhaust. The underside of this car is very clean as well. All right, we're gonna meet you up at the front. The rest of the passenger side looks great, guys. Sweet, sweet. Release right here. Oh, look at that, light comes on and everything. Original stickers here and there. This is our original 305. This is a numbers matching V8. This one's backed by a 3-speed automatic, but we'll get into that once we hit the road. Factory options for this SS. It's got disc brakes, and it has a power brakes. We have air conditioning, it's just factory equipped. This looks like a newer compressor. Down low, we have our power steering pump. You see we got some EGR valving and all that stuff. This is part of that emissions era, but what's cool, it hasn't been modified, it hasn't been hot rodded. A lot of the cars I see and touch of this era, they yanked most of this stuff out of here, you know, put a big old air cleaner on it, put headers, you know, did it all up, which is fun. But to find them in this type of condition is very cliche of a guy like me to say, but guys, they're kind of getting hard to find. You look around, I know I'm always combing the web for El Caminos, and they don't come about too often, especially in this type of condition. So I encourage you to do your research, do your homework, check us out. We got a lot of cool cars in at the bottom of this video. If you check down there in the description, we'll have a link to all this, and make sure you make it to the end of the video. We're gonna share some even more information about us and this car. Doors are not sagging, open up very easily. We'll show you how they close in a minute. You see here, this one was optioned with the bucket seats and has the optional console as well. This is a burgundy interior. We've got our 3-speed automatic. You could have got the SS with a bench and a column. You could have got buckets with a column. This is pretty damn cool. It is about as loaded up as they came. Have the original steering wheel here in great shape. You see our instruments are in very nice shape, very clear, very bright, and this one has just 49,600 miles. Also ordered in this car, it has all the power options. So we've got power windows and power locks. I know it has the auxiliary mirror control for the passenger side, which is cool. It has the AM/FM cassette, was actually upgraded with another GM doubled-in radio. That is a out of late 90s GM product there, but it works great. It fits the car well. And just above that, you see our AC controls, a cigarette lighter, a very nice inlay in the dash, kind of a shiny, shimmery plastic here. That dash pad is free of any cracks. Our locking glove box is very clean, opens and closes nicely. Got our factory floor mats, our pillars, our visors, our backrest. The seats are in great shape, as are these door cards. Very, very nice car throughout. Thanks for making it to the end. Thanks for checking us out. My name is Mackenzie over here at Lafontaine Classic Cars. We're a specialty dealer in the Motor City over here in Michigan. So if you want to know anything more or see anything more on this particular car, I'm going to put a link down in the description. That'll you click that, take you to our website, see 100+ pictures. We put them on the air. Any documentation is pictured and up there. The close-ups, all the details, the options, a lot of good stuff if you're interested in this car. Definitely check it out. Also, our number, call it anytime. It's 248-714-2110. Give us a ring. We'd be happy to tell you more about the vehicle, some other stuff we've got in our inventory, how the process goes, how easy it all can be. We finance, we ship them. It's pretty easy breezy. Last but not least, guys, we teamed up with the very cool charity out here in Michigan. It's called You Can Survive. Yes, You Can Survive. You see what they did? I like that. And what they are is a nonprofit foundation that raises money to give research grants to local children's hospitals and everything of the sort. They do a lot of good stuff for a lot of really deserving people. It ain't easy. I'm sure we all know someone or know of someone who's gone through hardship and dealt with that battle. So it would mean a lot to us. We're fully on board. We're giving away a beautiful Bronco. We'll have to pop up some pictures. It's a cool collaboration. If you could show your support by maybe buying a shirt, making a donation, or buying a raffle ticket to win a classic Bronco. Yes, this thing's restored. It's beautiful. It's our beloved Bronco. Check it out. We'll put links for that too. And last but not least, like, subscribe. That'll get us on your plate, I guess I'll say. So we got a lot of new stuff coming in. YouTube is usually where you see it first. So if you're hot for something that's been on the wish list, you're tired of them getting away, check us out. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.